Hi, welcome to another Urban Outdoorsman SoCal video. My name is Danny Milton, and today we're going to be unboxing the Mavic Air 2. I'm unboxing the Mavic Air 2 with the Fly More kit, which comes with extra batteries, a case, more props, a multi-charging plate, a USB charging adapter, and ND filters. This is going to be a really quick unboxing. I will be speeding up the video to go through the boring parts, and then I'll slow down to show you each of the main parts, the bag, the batteries, the drone, and the remote as well. One thing DJI does recommend is if you purchase this directly from them and it's coming from China, that you should record your unboxing just in case there's any damage or any missing parts. That way you will have proof and you'll be able to show that to DJI and they will either get you a replacement or a refund. Okay, so we have the bag here really quick. You can see it's got the DJI logo right there and it says Mavic. The bag is very comfortable. It's also very small, definitely much smaller than the bag that came with my Mavic 2 Zoom. On the front here, we have a small kind of pocket. You could probably put some props and maybe some SD cards in there. Flip it up and open the actual main compartment. You can see everything has its little place. The drone goes here. You got the remote control. You've got your two batteries. Right now, I currently have one of the batteries inside the drone. One thing that is really nice is this pocket right here where the drone goes in. There's actually a little foam cutout you can see there and another foam piece down at the bottom of the bags. In the odd case that you were to drop this little foam piece holds the drone in very securely. It just fits down right in there like that as long as you have the props out of the way. Fits in there nice and secure. Get all these props out of the way and there's not a lot of movement once you close up the bag. Plenty of space for the remote. You have plenty of space here for the batteries. Typically, I have the third battery out of the drone and sitting right here on top. You also have this nice little pocket right here where I keep all of my cables, my extra props, my ND filters, all that kind of stuff, and that's a zipper bag. And then one last little pocket here on the back inside where you can probably put, you know, manuals, papers, maybe some business cards, things like that as well. So you can see here, this is the Mavic Air 2 battery. It's really nice actually because they did put the DJI kind of logo in there. It's set down and painted in, makes it look a little bit nicer. You can definitely tell the color difference. This is the battery for my Mavic 2 Zoom. The Mavic Air 2 is a much lighter gray, very similar to the Mavic Mini, whereas this is the darker color gray that is on the Mavic 2 Zoom and the Mavic 2 Pro. You can also see the difference in size is it almost feels like half the size. It's really tall. I've got a little number 1 right there. Much smaller, much lighter, much more compact, and just really amazing that this battery will fly your drone longer than this battery at almost a third the size bigger. So here we have the Mavic Air 2 remote. It's definitely a nice size. It feels really solid in your hands.
That's what she said.
I really like having the phone holder at the top of the remote. In the past, anytime I would use my Mavic 2 Zoom remote, I would have to take the case off of my phone and then you have to like wiggle it in and get it in between things and it would mess with my screen protector. Now I can just leave my case on, put the phone right in here. This is the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, so very large phone, has a small case on it and fits in there great. Pull the cable out, plug it in, and everything's good to go. Just a really quick size comparison. This is the Mavic Air 2. This is the Mavic 2 Zoom. You can see it is definitely much smaller. The propellers are smaller, the body is smaller, the camera is smaller, everything. It's like you stuck this one in a microwave and it shrinky-dinked this one down and it's great. So real quick size comparison. On the left we have the DJI Mavic 2 Zoom and on the right that's the new Mavic 2 Air. You can definitely see that there's a definite color difference. I believe the Mavic 2 Air has a very similar color to the Mavic Mini, whereas this is the Mavic 2 Zoom is a little bit of a darker gray. The Mavic Air 2 is a little bit lighter. You can see there is a definite size difference. I mean, it's almost toy-like how much smaller it is. It's definitely a much smaller, compact drone. Hopefully we'll get just as good of footage out of the Mavic Air 2 that we have been getting with the Mavic 2 Zoom. It's just like the little tiny baby brother that Mavic 2 Zoom always wanted, and is much cheaper and has better video. So yeah, there's that. So I'm really happy with the footage that I'm getting out of the drone. The drone is flying very well and is very responsive. So far I haven't had any connectivity issues as far as the transmission going from the drone to the remote, and I haven't had any problems using the app so far. The video that I'm getting out of the drone is looking really good so far. Like I said, all of the footage that I've shown has been raw, unedited. The one thing that I did edit was just the speed duration during the one clip that shows 4K 60. Halfway through that clip, I just slowed it down to half speed just to show you that that's something that you can do when you record at 60 frames per second. The color, the normal color that is coming out, the normal color setting that is the setup in the drone, has been giving me really good color so far. I haven't gone in and played with any of it as far as changing like the shadows or the dynamic range, anything like that, but just right out of the box, it's looking really good. There are still several features that I have not got into with this drone, but this is just kind of like, a first impression, how this drone is working for me, how easy it is to fly, and things like that. I will definitely be doing more videos on this drone. I have to, go through the Active Track 3.0. We're gonna do 8K time lapses. I want to use it to, take pictures. I have those ND filters, so I'll be able to get some kind of long exposure settings with those darker filters to take different types of pictures as well, and a bunch of other features that are new to this drone I will be going over in future videos, so please stay tuned for that. Okay, so do all that fun stuff for me, please. Hit that like button, share, comment, definitely subscribe to the channel. We are getting very close to that milestone of 1,000 subscribers, and I'm very excited to do that. I will leave links down in the description below for the drone, some of my camera equipment, GoPro, stuff like that. If you click on any of those links, those help support the channel. And last but not least, click on one of these boxes in the corners here. One's going to take you to a recent video, another to a playlist, and you can click that logo over there, the Urban Outdoorsman SoCal logo, to subscribe. Thanks a lot.